Today, we're checking out cartoon characters in real life. Now, I know that sounds weird, but literally, it's cartoon characters if they were real life people. And let's just jump right into it. To give you guys an idea of what we're talking about, here is Buzz Lightyear. Imagine Buzz Lightyear, yeah, the one from Toy Story. This is what he looks like as a cartoon. You guys know what Buzz Lightyear looks like, but imagine if he was a real life person, this is what he would look like. Yeah. That actually looks freaking real, and it's scary that this astronaut that's here to save the world is a real person. But it doesn't stop there, because the next one we have is gonna blow your mind, and some of the ones at the end are absolutely crazy. Number 2 is Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson, that's right. Here is Homer Simpson as a cartoon, but this is what he would look like if Homer Simpson was a real person. I don't even know how that's possible. Look at this. He has like 6 strands of hair. You can barely see them, but his eyes are like coming out of his face. And his mouth, of course, has that weird design to it. It's just so weird. That's why it's so unbelievable that these are real life people. Like, no one would watch The Simpsons if this is what the characters look like as real people. That would be just so weird. I don't think it would be the same. But of course, let's not stop there. This is Squidward. You guys know Squidward looks like this in SpongeBob. He looks like a regular freaking squid person, right? But imagine if Squidward was in real life. This is what he would look like. And it's absolutely terrifying. There is no one that's like, man, I can't wait to hang out with Squidward today. That is so scary. It sort of looks like Megamind's like dad or grandpa. It's weird. Or like, you know, everyone loves Disney. Everyone loves going to the Disney parks. We got Minnie Mouse, we got Mickey Mouse, we got Goofy, we got the whole cast. It's the happiest place on earth until you realize this is what Mickey Mouse would look like if it was a real mouse. I don't even know, like, he would not be as popular with the kids. I'll tell you that right now. That is a creepy looking little mouse, but it is sort of cute, but also very, very weird looking. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't be super like, oh man, can't wait to see Mickey Mouse. Of course, earlier we saw what Squidward would look like from the SpongeBob series, but of course, imagine if we saw SpongeBob and Patrick in real life. You guys know SpongeBob looks like this and Patrick looks like this in the cartoon. Well, take a look at this. This is what they would look like if they were real life people. Tell me that isn't the most terrifying thing you've ever seen in your life. What the, like, Patrick looks like he's like the schoolyard bully and he's about to beat down everybody on the prison yard. And SpongeBob looks like the psycho they let out of an insane asylum that literally is gonna kill you with a spatula. I don't understand how anyone can like create these real life versions of these cartoon characters, but they did it. Somehow they've done it. And of course, what if Popeye was real? You guys know Popeye, you know, the very famous cartoon. He eats spinach, gets huge muscles, and it's like, here I am, right? Well, imagine if Popeye was real. This is what Popeye would look like if he was a real life character. Like a real life that is absolutely, that's nightmare fuel. That I would be so terrified if my grandpa looked like this, and anytime he ate spinach, he would get super jacked. No thanks. No thanks, Popeye. I'm gonna pass on that one. No, thank you. But what about the Ice King from Adventure Time? You guys know what Ice King looks like. He's pretty cool, you know, not that bad of a dude. He's, you know, a little confused, but regardless, the Ice King from Adventure Time in real life would look like this. And honestly, looks pretty freaking awesome. Out of all the weird ones we've seen, this is by far the most normal one, even though he is blue. And of course, he's got his penguin with him, so he's straight chilling. But of course, he does still look a little sad, even in the real life version comparative to the Adventure Time one. But what about Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You know, everyone always thought she was like super hot and she's a great looking cartoon. But what if she was a real life person? What would she look like? Well, luckily enough for you guys, someone made her into a real life person, and here she is. She looks pretty, you know, she looks weird. There's some weird features to her, but regardless, like, it looks like it could be a real person. Of course, those lips don't really look real, but that's what gives her that like sexiness to her. So, hey, Jessica Rabbit, not bad. Out of all the ones we've seen thus far, this is by far the most normal one. But of course, we have more to check out. This one's probably gonna blow your mind because, as you guys know, Lilo and Stitch was my favorite shows growing up. And of course, the movies were fantastic. But have you ever wondered what Stitch would look like if he was a real life animal? Well, today we have an actual drawing of what Stitch would look like if he was in real life. And this is what he would look like. And it is terrifying. It's like cute, but also monstrous. It sort of looks like a koala that had too many blueberries, turned blue, and grew huge fangs. That is what Stitch looks like in real life. And it's sort of scary. It's like Yoda plus a koala bear plus some kind of beast had one baby, and it turned into this. A jacked, monstrous Stitch. Which is pretty awesome, to be honest. But speaking of awesome, you know, many of you guys watch Family Guy. Very popular show. By the way, my friend just became the voice actor of Cleveland Brown Azzer, so big thanks and congrats to him because he's an awesome dude. He deserves it. But here is Stewie in the cartoon version. You guys know Stewie Griffin. He's a very funny baby in the Family Guy series. But imagine if he existed in real life. Well, this is what he would look like if he was a real life baby. And that is absolutely crazy. He sort of looks like a baby version of Hey Arnold. I don't even know if you guys know what Hey Arnold is, but it used to be a very popular show back in the day, and Stewie Griffin's head looks massive. Speaking of massive heads, this is Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, a character all of you guys know, and he's actually very creepy in the show, but this is what he looks like in real life, and oh my god, if you ever see a guy that looks like this in real life, run away quick. This is absolutely terrifying. He has no lower jaw. His jaw is all the way pushed back and his front teeth are all the way forward and his nose is massive. He can knock somebody out with that thing. Straight clothesline him with the nose, and that's absolutely scary. But regardless, of course, we do have some very interesting characters from Futurama. As you guys know, Fry, the main character, looks like this in the show. But if he was a real life person, he would look like this, which is absolutely terrifying because he sort of looks very strange. His skin is just creepy. It doesn't even look realistic, and his hair looks a little too orange to be real. But of course, it is terrifying how some of these things could be real life people and actually exist in real life, and we had no idea. Moving on to anime, because we've checked out a lot of cartoons. Have you ever wondered what Naruto and Sasuke would look like in real life? Well, I have, and honestly, they look super cool. As you guys know, Naruto and Sasuke from the show Naruto are very cool looking in the show. But in real life, this is what they would look like. They sort of look like little kids slash babies. And of course, there is a younger version of Naruto in the anime series itself. And this is like what they would look like as kids almost, which is sort of scary because they look like babies. Like, they literally look like babies. Speaking of babies, lately the biggest trend has been Pokemon. Everyone's been opening up card packs. My friend Typical Gamer's been opening up card packs. Everyone is literally buying Pokemon cards in the thousands. I think Noah J recently spent $25,000 on Pokemon cards. And I'm like, how can you spend that much money on Pokemon cards? And then you realize, well, Pikachu is pretty cute in the Pokemon series. Look at him. But then you think, what would he look like in real life? And it's absolutely terrifying. This looks like a yellow rat. That's exactly what he is. A yellow electrifying rat. And it's just mind-blowing that everyone's spending so much money on these crazy Pokemon that in real life would be absolutely terrifying. Not gonna lie, I would run if I saw a Pikachu in real life. Or like a Cookie Monster, which everyone thinks Cookie Monster is like this innocent, such a nice Cookie Monster from Sesame Street. But if Cookie Monster actually existed in real life, look how scary he would be. People would not be like, oh, it's just Cookie Monster. Like, oh my god, it's Cookie Monster. And they'll be running for their life because Cookie Monster looks absolutely terrifying comparative to some of the other stuff we saw. Another person that's actually scary is Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner, you guys know from Barely Odd Parents, in real life would look like this. Yeah, that is terrifying. Imagine you had this kid with two big teeth, two big eyes, a super small hat, and the weirdest hair ever. This is what Timmy Turner would look like, and I would be absolutely terrified of seeing him walking around the streets because I'd be like, what the heck is going on? Or like Bart Simpson. We saw earlier what Homer would look like. This is what Bart would look like. And it's also very terrifying and actually realistic. It's weird. I don't even know why Bart would look like this, but it changes the way you look at the characters from the cartoons because you're like, man, that's actually really scary. I wouldn't want to see a cartoon character in real life. So hopefully I blew your mind in this episode here on Reaction X. If I did, be sure to drop a like. Click here to go watch the next video. Follow me on Instagram at JoblessGamers, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new one. Bye, dudes.